Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Reach out, touch what was once just in your imagination. Don't be shy, it's alright if you feel a little trepidation. Sometimes these things don't need explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look at them and view it. Somebody to hold on to, it's all we really need. Nothing else to it.
The Taps TV Network is proud to present our second 5A state semifinal in Waco.
That was one of the hardest days of coaching that I can remember.
As the number one team in the state, St. Michael's Catholic Crusaders take on the number 7 Midland Christian Mustangs, meeting today in the semifinals for a berth in tomorrow's championship game.
You know, we had a lot of confidence going into that game, but I think everybody was nervous, and I could feel it kind of.
My goal, or the goal that was set, was make it to state.
St. Michael's Catholic number one in the state for a reason. Pull-up 16-footer for Day misses short. You can't help but wonder, at some point that's got to unlock for him. It just hasn't at all today.
I mean, I didn't even watch the game back on film or anything. I was just out with that. It hurt too bad.
The chest, no call. Josh Jones says you're too little, but a very impressive start for St. Michael's. The number one team in the state leads by a dozen.
It just felt like, man, I want to play it again. I want to do the whole thing over again.
Midland Christian's going to have to find some offense here in a hurry.
Jones just shed Josiah Wright like he wasn't even there.
I couldn't do that again. I couldn't play that bad if we were going to win a state championship.
It just added fuel to the fire, and it was hard to keep us out of the gym.
At the end of the day, it is a make or miss sport. St. Michael's, the number one team in the state, Earl Garland, showing it here in the early going.
I saw how Zach didn't take like any time off, and I saw he was straight back there and motivated me. It's like, all right, like you got to get your butt in gear because this guy's working and he wants to win. You got to win too.
Zach Day's going to feel like he played a football game when this is over.
I was always thinking about it. Every time we're just working out, just trying to remind myself of the St. Michael's game.
It's not for the faint of heart. Like Rakeem and Ciro and those guys would just bully you, you know. And so that was a part of the grind and a part of the process too.
Nice find on the backside. 3 on the way. Rattles out for Ray. Early frustration leading to that shot, and back the other way comes Shook Jinker for the lay-in.
I think a lot of people knew our culture and what we expected of people. There was like talking to guys like, hey, you got to get in the gym, and those are tough conversations.
That'll be the final margin, 46-35. St. Michael's, the #1 team in Texas in TAPS 5A, on to the title game.
How much were you guys already talking about St. Michael's?
Oh, we were talking about them straight away.
So y'all didn't shy away from it at all?
No, I don't think we did.
It was less of the fact of like, oh, the season's over, like we're done. More of it's like, oh, I gotta beat him next year. We gotta do this thing next year. We gotta run it back.
Good. Hang in there. Good. Back screen him, Tay. Good. Way to keep moving. Shoot it. Game. White. Here we go. Down and back. Blue. Go. Hard.
If we were going to accomplish our goals, if we were going to win a state championship, it was going to go through St. Michael's. You know, that's definitely looking at you in the face, and that's the part where I think you kind of got to go, man, we got a long time ahead of us and we got a lot of work to do. So it can't just be looking ahead to St. Michael's. It's got to be just staying in the moment, trying to get better, and doing it one day at a time.
I think the Colony game was really like the turning point.
When I knew we were going to be good was when we beat the Colony.
The Colony.
Beating the Colony by 25.
The first one for us was the Colony.
I mean, looking on that court, no one would ever think we'd even have a chance to win that game. And we win the game by 20, 25 points.
Are we going to be able to beat some really good teams? How good are we going to get together? That's really the question.
The Colony game didn't like make us good, but it really for sure showed me how good we could be.
Those are all tournaments where you can simulate being in the state tournament and winning those games.
When you kind of look ahead at the end of your year and you're trying to build your team to win that last game, you look at the types of teams you're trying to beat.
All those big games, the big teams we played, they're highly ranked. I'm more excited than I am nervous. I know I've worked really hard. I've worked hard enough to be put in those games and be able to perform.
Those guys were huge. I just got to play my tail off.
We're about to find out how good we are.
knowing the shoes that I had to fill, it had an impact on me. I just knew I had to step up.
WT White, so much energy, we just beat the brakes off of him.
That's when I started really believing that we're going to win a state championship.
I realized our best was good enough. Every loss was tough for me for sure, because I didn't want to lose a game.
Throughout my life and coaching career, I probably haven't handled it really well, and there were probably times this year where I didn't handle it really well.
The 3 not counting to win the game was tough. It was so close, and everyone dreams about the game winners.
Me and him talked throughout the season how a loss would just eat at us for a weekend or maybe a week.
I think during that time, we were kind of high on the wins. We went on that run in the third quarter.
Nicely done by Evan Garrett. Evan Garrett steals it to Boston Rodriguez to Garrett. Lay-in is good. Evan Garrett. Nicely done.
Evan just had a layup to put us up, like 10 or 12. I remember I go to check back in, and Swag Surf is playing, and the lights are like going everywhere, and I'm like, oh yeah, we got this.
And in front of the home crowd, I mean, we thought we were going to win. I was confident we were going to win the game.
Couldn't score, and they just out-toughed us during that game, I think.
I mean, it was tough.
It was real solemn, I think we were all we were pretty sad after that game.
We weren't as consistent as we thought we were, even though at that time we'd only lost like 4 or 5 games. It still wasn't good enough for us.
I've probably matured a little bit in how I've handled those situations, and I think it's a balance between just being honest with yourself and just giving your best effort and realizing that that's okay.
I learned a lot through all those 6 losses.
But we had to get over it because it was so close to the end of the season. We just had to move on.
Playing Lubbock Trinity and losing to them was a wake-up call, like, we need to be at our best right now.
Him just setting the standard even higher. And, after the friendship loss and that Trinity loss at home, I don't think we ever looked back. And, yeah, we didn't lose another game.
I think Fort Worth Christian really hates us.
We've had some history.
I think when they scored their first bucket, I threw it into Zach, and we both looked at each other and smiled because it was so loud. That was one of the best moments of the season where we just were like, okay, we're here, we're strapped in. It's go time.
I was just smiling, laughing. It was extremely fun. It was like the loudest gym I've ever been in. Everyone hated us. And it was like those big games, and it's like, oh, I'm just excited. I'm just here to prove everyone wrong.
It was one of the toughest places I've ever played and toughest atmospheres that I've ever been in. You know, I think we knew that going in, it was going to be tough. Like, we practiced with crowd noise, but it was different.
They threw their best shot at us, and we came right back swinging.
I think the biggest thing was looking at each other in the eyes during every dead ball. Just one more play, this next play.
The whole district thing, I mean, I wasn't really worried about winning the district championship or anything. I was just St. Michael's at that point.
What are we really trying to become? Are we satisfied with this? We've still got something we're pursuing, and it's not a district championship. That's where the pressure creeps in. Everybody knows, like, the conversation all year has been, it's Midland Christian, it's St. Michael's. You start to have those thoughts creep into your head about, hey, if we don't make it there, it's not just a failure, it's a disappointment.
I think you're the most mentally tough team in the state. I believe that. I'm not blowing smoke. I think you're the most mentally tough team in the state who's connected. All right, so let's go prove that one more time. All right, let's go prove it tonight. Let's go be the most mentally tough team, and let's be absolutely the most connected we've been all year. All right, let's go.
Still thinking about was getting a ring.
When you talk about worst case scenarios, that's pretty close to it.
Most teams would crumble in that situation.
He was ready when the moment came. I think I've ever been more excited to get on a bus and start watching film and prepping for a team. I didn't want to watch the Regents game back, you know. I didn't want to talk about it. I was like, I can't wait to start watching film on St. Michael's and start prepping for this thing. You know, I don't necessarily think so. I don't think it's personal.
Yeah, it's very personal. I mean, after that loss, it hurt worse than any other loss that last season. So, I mean, everyone picked them to win. And so we were just ready to go in there and prove everyone wrong.
Yeah, it's something that we've worked pretty much, I can say for everybody here, our whole lives for. You know, we've been in the gym, the hours that people don't see. We've been in the gym constantly for the past, 5, 6, 7 years. And, just to get to this moment, it's what we've prepared for, and so getting to do it one last time with these guys is special.
I'm just kind of blown away and truly humbled by the support and just how much everybody cares.
We get to have fun doing this. Like, this is fun. It's not life or death, you know. These people, they support us.
You can run through a wall when all those people are standing behind you.
Driving off and having our students outside, you know, sending us off. Just being on the trip with those guys, just tried to drink all that stuff out.
I remember walking downstairs and seeing Dr. Anderson and Mr. Rollins like all fired up in their Midland Christian gear, and we're like, oh wow, these guys came to support us too, you know.
Just the support of so many people at our school, from people who work there to people who just maybe, you know, have a second grader in school and they love Midland Christian, and it's like they're showing up. Just kind of like, I'm just so glad I get to be a part of this. I can't believe I get to be a part of this. And some of those moments really hit me this year. I feel like everybody on our team really made it a point to enjoy things like that. And so I just took a lot of joy in it. Really tried to stop and drink in those moments.
Pony up. Go Mustangs.
It was super emotional, and you know, everybody's crying. But I think in that moment is the moment that we peaked.
Yeah, that's something I'll never forget. Just sharing that moment together as a team, and like really, you know, as guys, a lot of time we don't really want to, you know, we want to leave the touchy-feely stuff at home.
See everybody, I guess, like vulnerable and expressing how much we loved one another. You know, that's when it like all came together.
What I saw in their eyes gave me a lot of confidence and a lot of peace, and I think they did as good a job as high school guys could possibly do at living in the moment, enjoying it, you know, not letting the pressure overwhelm them, and just giving their best effort.
We just had a peace about us that we knew we were going to win that game. I was ready to play from the jump. We just had to hit him in the mouth hard. Everything was like a movie. Everything was just like perfect puzzle pieces. Everything was fitting in perfectly.
They were there to win, but it wasn't like that was everything. It wasn't like the whole world was resting on their shoulders, and if we don't win this game, it's devastating. It's like, no, we're going to win. Like that's what we're going to do. You know, it was just fun to see. It wasn't all about the result. It was all about, you know, here's the job we're going to do. Let's go do it. Let's go do it together. Let's have some fun.
And Coach Ryman says, he's like, now we're going to get ready to play for a state championship tomorrow. And I was like, man, we got to get ready for tomorrow, dude. I'm tired. I got to get some water.
You know, just last words, guys, remember to enjoy this, okay? Enjoy the walk out there. Enjoy all the stuff in between, you know, walking into the gym, walking out onto that court in the state championship game, and then prepare your minds to go do a job, right? And let's go, you know, absolutely relentless, fearless together.
It's like we're glued together.
I think they have a common bond that's built when you go to practice every day and you play your butt off, you know?
Laugh, we cry, we sweat together, and to do that with a group of people for 12 months out of the year, you really start to connect and build a bond. You're like a family.
We're a confident team. We know who we are and what we're good at and what we need to do to win.
It comes naturally on and off the court, you know.
We trust everybody and we trust our coaches.
The first word that comes to mind is tough. They just have a capacity to play hard at all times.
We know what we're going to do next. You know, we have that next play mentality, and when we have that mentality, I don't think anybody can beat us.
I mean, these guys have the capacity to do that, and they have the willingness to do it, and they do it together.
Just the togetherness and the team feeling like everyone's a family here.
Playing hard, flying around, shooting great shots, attacking fast and free.
It looks like art, I would say. Everything is going in, everyone's talking, and we're all smiling or having fun.
You know, genuine enthusiasm, like looking each other in the eye, giving each other high fives, touches, celebrating each other, and they're really connected right now. I think when you do that together, you've built a bond. You know that you've put in a lot of work together, you've suffered together. Everybody sweats together, everybody works together, but few teams have done it like this team has.
We're all just friends. I mean, we've been friends for 5 years now. We all went to junior high. We've all been a part of each other's lives, so we know the amount of work we put in and how hard we work. We know it's going to pay off and work itself out in the end.
Super connected on the court. You know, we're in huddles. We're talking to each other.
All the right things are happening. Even if we miss a couple shots or things go wrong, just the right things happen.
You're not one to let each other down.
The ability to play freely, I guess. Not necessarily have to worry about making all the shots or performing my best ever game, and just playing as hard as I can. That's good enough.
I love these guys, and you know, I think nothing can stop us.
All I want to do is walk off this floor and know that I gave my absolute best, win or lose. All right, you guys do the same. Close your eyes and think about what you know is true and what you're about to go do, and that we're together as a team. And there is no place that any one of us would rather be. I want you just to take 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Think about how you want to play today. Think about yourself when a trap comes. How do you want to play? You want to play low side and tough. When that ball comes out, you're going to keep the advantage.
make sure that they have to play us at our best defensively because they've never done that before. They've never played anything like it. All right, let's just be locked in, focused. Do not give them anything easy. When a shot comes your way, you want to be excited and poised and balanced and ready to just slip that thing and send that crowd crazy. All right, and let's go have some freaking fun.
Ball is tipped, and there you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star. In all the years, no one knows just how hard you worked. But now it shows. In one shining moment, it's all on the line. In one shining moment, they're frozen. Time is short and the road is long. In the blinking of an eye, that moment's gone. And when it's done, win or lose, you always did your best. 'Cause inside you knew that in one shining moment you reached deep inside. One shining moment you knew of your heart, feel the wind in your face. It's more than a contest, it's more than a race. You always did your best, 'cause inside you knew. In one shining moment you reached for the sky. In one shining moment you knew, yeah. In one shining moment you're willing to try. In one shining moment you knew. Shining moment.
Midland Christian, for the first time in 16 years, state champs.
Yeah, so to everybody who's a part of our team, this is the last time that we'll all be together in one place and get to enjoy this moment. We'll always have a special bond. We'll always have moments of meeting or exchanging notes or text messages or phone calls and getting to remember what we got to be a part of. And that will always be special. But this is our last time to be together as a team. So if I could just say a few parting words to everybody. I've already said my thank yous to a lot of people individually, but to our team and our parents and supporters, I just want to say thank you. This was the ride of a lifetime. It was something that was really, really special. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget everything that each one of you did to make this possible and to be a part of it and just to be selfless. And I just want you to always remember that it was never about the goal, you know. And this, we say it on years when we don't win a state championship, you know, when we lose the last game, that this game didn't define us, right? This is not our identity, and that's still true. Even though we won the last game and we are state champions, it still doesn't define us, right? It doesn't make us who we are. And, you know, my hope is that you guys, the players, that y'all go on to do much greater things than this. But I will always remember you. I'll always be thankful for just the effort that you gave and what you put into this to make it possible. And it truly takes a team, and you guys are one of the best I've ever seen. And so to the 2024 Mustangs, thank you for a great ride. Love you all.